Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Haley, and I will be guiding you through a yoga practice this evening for Classic Fit. So, all you need is a mat or just something comfortable to rest on. We will get started in a comfortable seated position. This can be knees out wide, and maybe start to shift side to side, forward and back, starting to find your center of gravity. And maybe some gentle shoulder rolls up into the back. And then find stillness here, growing a little bit taller through the crown of the head. Maybe close down the eyes or find a soft gaze in front of you. And just start to tune into the body. Check in with the breath. Really feel the breath travel through the lungs into the belly, and then back out through the belly, pass through the lungs, and release. Start by taking a deep inhale into the belly, and an open mouth exhale to let it go. Again, like that, inhale deeply into your belly, and open mouth exhale, let it go. So good. We'll start to find Ujjayi breath here by sealing the lips, breathing in and out through the nose. Ujjayi breath is commonly translated as victorious breath. It helps to build internal heat and synchronize our movements with our breath during our yoga practice. You'll find a slight constriction in the back of the throat. Keep this through the inhales and your exhales, letting a little bit less air pass through. Take a deep inhale and let it go through the nose. So good. Start to flicker open the eyes. We will make our way to child's pose. So that is knees out wide, big toes to touch. And bring the hips down towards the heels. Walk the hands out in front of you. And rest the forehead to the mat. And start to settle in here. You can rock the head side to side. And now if it's ever a little too much on the hips, you can bring the knees in a little bit closer as well. Start to take deep breaths into the belly. On each inhale, creating a little more space in the ribs. Start by walking the fingers to the top right corner of your space. Lengthening the left side body here. The left hand can come on top of the right. Take an inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, start to walk the fingers to the top left corner of the mat. Option to place right hand on top of the left. And breathe into the right side body. One more breath. On your next inhale, walk both hands back to center. Come up into tabletop pose, stacking shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees. Really start to press down evenly through your hands. So to avoid too much pressure in the wrist, you really want to be pushing down evenly through the base and edge of the palm and the fingertips. Take some gentle movements to start waking up and warming up the body. Maybe some barrel rolls of the chest and torso. Maybe forward and back. Whatever feels nice here. So good. Find stillness in your tabletop. Slight tuck of the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. And inhale, cow pose. Belly drops low. Gaze rises, arching the tailbone towards the ceiling. Exhale, cat. Push through the hands, arching through the shoulder blades. Inhale through cow, belly low. Exhale, cat. Push through the hands, tuck the tailbone, let the head hang heavy. One more time, through cow, belly comes low. And one time, cat, push through your hands. So good, come back to tabletop. Start to push your weight into your left hand evenly. And inhale, right hand lift high to the ceiling. And circle the wrist in one direction and then reverse. Take another inhale to lengthen a little bit more. And exhale, thread the needle. Right hand comes below left shoulder and armpit. Right ear comes towards the mat. And from here, you can keep your hand where it is or walk your hand forward. All right. Another inhale here, pushing through the left hand, possibly to go a little deeper. Exhale, release. Inhale, press through your left hand below the left shoulder. Right hand lifts back up. And right hand returns down. Second side, pushing through the right hand evenly. Inhale, left hand reaches up high. And we'll circle the wrist in one direction. And then reverse. Take another inhale to reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Left hand comes below right armpit, left ear towards the mat. You can stay here. Walk the hand forward to lengthen the right arm. We'll be here for another inhale. Exhale, extend. On your next inhale, push through the right hand below right shoulder. Left hand reaches back up high. And exhale, left hand returns down. So good. Step the right foot back, coming to the ball of the right foot, and shift your weight forward and back. Get a little stretch to the calf and the ankle here. Now stack the shoulders back over the wrist and inhale, lift the right leg back straight, kicking long through the heel. So good. One time, knee to nose. Push through your hands like we did in cat spine. And then inhale, lengthen right leg long. Release that right knee down. Step the left foot back, coming to the ball of the left foot. And rock forward and back. Then stack the shoulders back over the wrist. Inhale, left foot kicks up straight behind you, kicking through the heel. And one time, exhale, knee to nose, pushing through the hands. Inhale, left foot extends long and lower back down. So we'll do that again, but we'll add in the arms this time. So on your inhale, right leg kicks back long. An option to add in left arm overhead. Left thumb is pointing up towards the ceiling. Find the shoulder into its socket here. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, knee to elbow. One time. Inhale, lengthen. Option to reach the left hand back to grab the top of your foot. Gently kick into the foot, opening the left shoulder a little more. And gently release, no slingshot action, and come back to tabletop. You can shake the wrists out if you ever need a little bit of a break. And now second side, step the left foot back, kick it straight behind you. An option to add in the right arm, thumb is pointing up towards the ceiling, shoulder blade into its socket. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, right hand reaches up and back to grab the top of the foot. And gently kick into your hand. Open the right shoulder. Inhale, gently release. Right hand returns down, knee comes back. So good. All right. So from here, walk your hands one handprint length in front of you. Tuck under the toes. And bring your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Take some time here to settle into your down dog. Hands are shoulder width distance apart. Fingers are spread wide. Pedal the feet here by straightening one leg and then the other. Find a small bend in the arms to avoid locking the elbow joints. And when you're ready, bend your knees as much as you need to arch the tailbone a little bit higher towards the ceiling, and then push down through the heels a little bit more. So good. Inhale, look up in between your hands. Exhale, slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands for ragdoll pose. So feet are hip width distance or wider apart here. Fold over your legs so much so your chest relaxes on the thighs. Let your head hang heavy. Option to grab opposite elbow creases. Maybe you want to sway side to side. You can shake the head yes and no for a little more release in the neck. We'll be here for a couple more breaths. On your next exhale, release both hands down to the mat. And inhale, slowly rise all the way up to standing, stacking one vertebrae at a time. At the top, we'll take some shoulder rolls up into the back. Oh, good. So we'll spend just a moment paying attention to the distribution of weight in our feet. Just like in our hands, we want to press down evenly to avoid putting too much pressure into different parts of the feet. So really spread the toes wide. Feet are hip width distance. Starting to press down through the base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe, and the heel. You may notice the arches lifting slightly here. Starting to engage the leg muscles, inner leg muscles. Tuck up navel to spine. And then inhale, reach the hands up high overhead. Bring palms to touch and lower hands down as you exhale. We'll do that again. Inhale, arms reach high overhead. And exhale, hands come down through center. One more time, deepest breath of your day so far. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Now place the hands on the hips, feeling the hip creases. Find a slight bend in the knees. And exhale, forward fold. So hinging at the hips, leading with the heart. Fold over your legs, let your head hang heavy. Hands can come down in front of the feet. Bend the knees here as much as you need to as well. You want to find an tilt of your pelvis forward as you forward fold. This helps to lengthen the backs of the legs. Oh, good. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring torso parallel to the ground. Hands come to shins as you lengthen through the top of the head. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Hands come overhead. Palms are facing each other. Shoulders down, away from the ears as you lengthen through the top of the head. Exhale, cactus the arms, standing back bend, opening through the chest. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you halfway lift, hands to shins, length from spine through the spine. And exhale, fold. So plant your hands below the shoulders, step one foot back and then the other, coming into our first high plank. So shoulders are stacked above the wrists, fingers are spread wide. Find a small bend in the elbows to protect them. And know you can always drop down to your knees at any time. With knees lifted or lowered, inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, come all the way down to your belly. So tuck the feet so you're pushing through the tops of the feet. Hands are below the shoulders. Setting up for Cobra. Inhale, push through the feet as you lift the head and chest. Exhale, forehead returns down. Again, like that. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Cobra pose, maybe both hands lift. And exhale, forehead returns down. Inhale, tuck under your toes. Push yourself up through a tabletop or plank. No. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift the right leg up behind you for three-legged dog. And exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest as you step the right foot forward next to your right thumb. And exhale, bring the left knee down. So we'll start by straightening that right leg for half splits. You can point the toes or flex the feet. You may walk the heel a little farther forward as well to get a little bit deeper stretch. This is a great place for blocks if you have them. They're a nice prop to elevate your heart a little bit higher off the ground. Or just come to the fingertips. Find engagement of the inner thighs, that scissoring action. And pull that right hip back just a little bit more. So good. Now come forward and walk that right foot out to the edge of your mat. So this is a great place to stay. You can bring your hands just below the shoulders for lizard, or you can come down to your forearms for a little bit deeper stretch in the hips. And you can relax the head. Take a deep inhale and an open mouth exhale. When you're ready, gently push yourself back up. Walk the right foot back underneath the right knee. Plant the left foot and bend your left knee. Bring your right hand up and over behind you. You can grab the top of your foot if you can reach it. If not, that's okay as well. If you can reach it, you can gently pull the foot in a little bit closer to the glute to give your thigh a deeper stretch. Exhale, gently lower. Right hand comes back to frame the front foot. And then step up the back knee, step the right foot back to meet the left. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, look up in between your hands, and exhale, slowly walk your feet to the top of your space. Inhale, mountain pose, arms reach up overhead, Tadasana. Exhale, cactus, the arms open up through the chest. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the top of the head. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step both feet back, coming into high plank. With knees lifted or lowered, inhale, shift your weight forward. And exhale, come all the way down, keeping elbows into the midline. All right, second set for Cobra. Hands come below the shoulders. Pushing through the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, forehead returns down. One more time. Inhale, Cobra, lift the head. And exhale, forehead returns down. Tuck under the toes, push yourself up through tabletop or plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest as you shift your weight forward. Step the left foot down. Right knee comes down to the mat. Half splits on the left side, straighten the left leg. Again, option to walk that heel forward if needed. Find that scissor action in the inner thighs. And bring the left hip back just a little bit more to meet the right. We'll spend a couple breaths here. And staying elevated, keeping the heart open. Awesome. Walk the hands forward and walk the left foot out to the edge of the mat. Option to keep the hands planted below both shoulders or come down onto the forearms for a deeper hip stretch. Let the head relax here. On your next inhale, push yourself back up. Walk that left foot in to meet the center again, left knee above left ankle. Plant the right hand and bend that right knee. Left hand can reach up and over to grab the top of the foot. And bring that foot in a little bit closer to the glute if you would like to for a deeper stretch. Release the right foot gently. Bring the left hand back to frame the left foot. Lift the back knee up and step the left foot back. Exhale, down dog. Now inhale, look up in between the hands and exhale, walk or step to the top of your space. Inhale, rise up to mountain pose, Tadasana. So good. Now we'll start with a gentle twist to the right. So to the right, right hand comes behind you, left hand comes in front, arms are parallel. Notice if your hip is coming with you and keep that squared as you twist through the torso. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands come through center, Anjali Mudra. Now feet can be hip-width distance apart and parallel, or you can bring your big toes to touch with a small amount of space between the heels. And from here, exhale, sink low into your invisible chair pose. Really squeeze the legs together here. Keep the chest and heart lifted. Trying not to bring the knees past the toes. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, gently twist to the right. You can stay lifted or hook the left elbow outside of the right knee. Inhale, rise back up to standing. Inhale, hands come overhead. Exhale, sink back into your chair with arms lifted. So biceps are by the ears. And exhale, airplane the arms back long. So palms are facing down. Bring your shoulders down the spine. Option to lift the heels for drinking bird. And exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise back up to mountain pose. Now bring your hands to your hips. We're gonna work a little bit on balancing. So start to push down through the left foot, really pushing down evenly, engage the left leg. Inhale, one-legged mountain, right leg lifts. Knee is bent at 90-degree angle. Knee is stacked above the ankle. Knee is in line with the hip. So notice that that right hip is coming up and just bring it back down. Now from here, find a spot in front of you that is still and not moving. This is called a drishti, which will help with our balance. And then make your way into your tree. So tree pose, you can bring the toes to the ground with the heel resting on your calf. You can bring the sole of your foot to the calf. Avoid the knee joint. You can also grab the foot and place it on the inner thigh. From here, push your foot into your leg and your leg back into your foot. Hands can stay at your hips, at heart center, or you can reach the arms out in any variation to grow your branches. And keeping a focus on that spot of stillness. Inhale, bring your knee and hands back to center. Exhale, right foot comes down. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift hands to shins, lengthen from tailbone to crown of head. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up in between your hands and slowly walk your feet to the top of your space. Tempo. Inhale, mountain pose, arms reach up high. Now we're going to twist open to the left. So bring the left hand behind you, right hand comes in front. Arms are parallel with hips square. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands through heart center, sink low into your chair. Inhale, lengthen through the top of the head. And exhale, twist to the left. Option to stay here or hook the right elbow outside of the left thigh. Inhale, rise back up to center. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, sink low into your chair with biceps by the ears. Exhale, airplane the arms back, palms are facing down. Option to lift both heels for drinking bird. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Second side for tree, hands can start at the hips. Push down through the right foot evenly. And inhale, one-legged mountain, left leg lifts. Find that spot of stillness and make your way into your tree variation. You can do something new on this side with the legs, or maybe the same thing you did on the first side. And again, same thing with the hands. You can keep them at heart center or the hips, or reach the arms out in any variation of your choosing. Keeping the hips squared to the front as best you can. And inhale, bring knee and hand back to center. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, arms reach high. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale as you halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll go through a quick little standing flow and then we'll make our way to the floor to cool down. So when you're ready, take an inhale here and an open mouth exhale. Feeling the lifts, breathing in through the nose. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Option to bend the knee and open the hip here. Maybe circle through the ankle and reverse the direction. Inhale, right leg extends long. Exhale, step the right foot in between your hands, setting up for high crescent lunge here. Inhale, reach both arms high overhead. So shoulders are stacked above the hips. The left hip is coming to meet the right. From here, exhale, cactus the arms, open up through the chest. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior two. So we're gonna open up, spin the left heel down. The left heel is parallel to the back edge of your mat. The right front knee is not coming past the ankle. And then reach the arms out wide, palms are facing down. Now straighten through the front leg, but keep a micro bend in that front knee. And adjust the feet so now the toes are pointing to the two corners of your space. So good. Inhale, star. Shoulders into their sockets as you reach through all fingers. And exhale, sink low into your horse squat. So knees are pointed out towards the pinky toes. And sit a little bit deeper, slight tuck of the tailbone, and then lower down. You can bring your hands to your thighs and shift back and forth. Take some gentle shoulder dips to each direction. We'll be here for another breath. Now inhale, rise back up to star. Hands can come to the hips, adjust the feet so they're parallel to the short edges of your mat. And exhale, wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita. You're gonna let the head hang heavy here. Bringing weight more into the toes. Option to walk your hands to one side. And return back to center. Then bring hands to the other ankle. And then return back to center. Inhale, halfway lift, hands below the shoulders. Then exhale, walk back over your right foot, coming into a runner's lunge. So good. Plant both hands, step the right foot back and bring your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Second side, inhale, left leg lifts high, kicking up through that heel. Option to bend the knee and open up the hip. Circle through the ankle here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot next to your left thumb to set up for crescent lunge. Inhale, bring both arms high overhead. Right hip comes forward to meet with left. Shoulders are stacked above the hips. Exhale, open through the arms, gentle back bend. Inhale, crescent lunge. Now open up into warrior two, spinning the right foot down. And then shoulders are above the hips. Arms are spread wide. Again, left knee not coming too far forward in front of that ankle. Now inhale, straighten through the front leg and adjust the feet so now they point to the corners of your mat. Inhale as you expand the arms out wide for star pose. And exhale, sink low into your horse squat. Inhale, reach the arms overhead as you straighten the legs. And exhale, sink low. One more time. Inhale as you straighten the legs. Reach arms high above you. And exhale, horse squat. Inhale, straighten through the legs. Bring your hands to your hips and adjust the feet so they are parallel now. And wide-legged forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe you'd like to try grabbing both ankles this time. Maybe pulling the chest through a little bit more. Another inhale here. And exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come below the shoulders. And exhale, walk your hands back over the left foot for runner's lunge. Plant both hands, step the left foot back for high plank. In high plank again, the shoulders are stacked above the wrists. Our hips are not up too high or down too low. There is a long line of energy from the heels to the top of the head, really engaging through the abdominals. We're gonna be here for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down out wide. Come into a child's pose. Forehead rests on the mat. Option here to bring the palms together and then bend your elbows, bringing the hands behind the back of the head. This is to get a little bit deeper into the shoulders. You can walk the elbows a little bit forward to go a little deeper, or walk them a little closer to the knees for a little bit less. Release the hands down. Make our way to our backs. So you can come to a seat, get a sip of water if you like. And then gently come down to your back. All right. Start by bringing the soles of the feet together, bringing knees out wide. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. You can keep the heels closer to the glutes or maybe bring it a little bit farther out. Start to relax the muscles in the face. Soften the space between your eyebrows. You can always bring the hands to the thighs to add a little bit of weight as well. Bring the knees to close. And then bring the knees in towards your chest. Drop both knees down to the right side of your space. You can cactus or T the arms out wide. See if you can plant both the left and right shoulder blade on the mat here. If feeling okay on the neck, you can bring the gaze over the left shoulder. Bring the knees back to center and then lower both knees down to the left. Again, right shoulder blade is now staying planted. An option to bring your gaze over that right shoulder. Now bring your knees back to center. You can grab your shins and maybe draw some circles with the knees, creating big circles in one direction. And then reverse. We'll bring our knees in towards our armpits for a reverse child's pose here. Option is stay here or come into happy baby by bringing the legs so they are bent at 90 degrees, almost like you're planting your feet on the ceiling. Your feet are flexed. And you can grab the backs of the thighs. You can bring the arms to the inside of the knees to grab the outside edges of the feet or ankles. And then gently pull the knees in towards the mat a little bit more. You can rock side to side. You can straighten one leg at a time. Good. Release gently, bringing legs up the wall so legs are straight up. You can find a small bend in the knees if you need to. You can bring the hands just below the hips here to kind of help elevate a little bit more as well. Picking up through the heels. So good. Release them down gently. Bring your knees back in towards your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Give yourself a big hug and squeeze, tucking chin in towards your chest. And exhale, Shavasana. Arms and legs out wide to the sides. Let your breath occur naturally. And start to maybe close down the eyes. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth if it is there. Shavasana provides a counterpoint or balance to the effort we put forth in our practice. So take this time to rest, to honor your body, and to honor your mind. You may rest, and I will call you out when it is time. Start to bring gentle movements into the fingers and the toes. Reach both arms overhead for a full body stretch. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Roll over to one side. Use your bottom arm to act as a pillow for your head. Use your top hand to push yourself up to a seat facing the front of your space. Come to a comfortable seated position. Hands can come to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Bring your thumbs up in between your eyebrows at your third eye center, your center of intuition. From my heart to yours, the love within me honors the love, light, and beauty within you. Namaste. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining me today here for Yoga for Classic Fit. My name is Haley again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.